So the next person is an enslaved woman named Negro Suck. That is her name. We know that is her name because that's the name on a document in Allegheny County records. From the research that I was able to do, Suck seems to be based on the name Suki that has multiple different spellings, but is a popular name in West Africa. But it's important to document that that was her name officially because a lot of folks had names like Negro, Mulatto, Black. They were enslaved people. They didn't choose their names. In 1790, which is 10 years after the Gradual Abolition Act of Pennsylvania, she's enslaved still in Pittsburgh, and she is indenturing her daughter Kut to John McKee. John McKee is the founder of McKee's Porch. And I remember being at the History Center, Heinz History Center, and reading this and going, what, how, what? And for a long time, I was really mad at Suki. I had conversations while I'm, sitting here like sewing. I'm just like, Suki. And then something hit me, like I just heard the words, I did the best I can with what I had. All of this to say that when you're faced with a horrible situation, I don't know how you make a choice. And we hear so many different stories of what Black women, what African women and what Black mothers have had to do and have done. And I am in awe of the ability to live and create new life and keep it moving because I couldn't do it. And that's Suki. So we go from 1790 to the 1800s and John Vachon. And I was really interested in finding that kind of business class or the entrepreneurs because I feel like even though, especially in Pennsylvania and in Philadelphia, enslaved Africans were also entrepreneurs. There were some who were able to do that. So I want to acknowledge and recognize that. But John Vachon, originally from Virginia, he lived in Carlisle, Pennsylvania. From Carlisle, Pennsylvania, he came to Pittsburgh and he opened up bathhouses and barbershops, which made him very wealthy. And in addition to that, he was also a veteran of the War of 1812. He was in the Navy. And he was an abolitionist. He was very involved in the abolitionist movement. So when you see his outfit, he's wearing a kind of, I don't want to say summer, but like a summer, like a summer outfit, something that's warm. I was imagining him like visiting his bathhouses. He's probably going to wear like a seersucker suit, not something heavy. But he has a tie pin on his cravat that is a compass that he would have used as a naval seaman, but also it was the idea of him being a conductor on the Underground Railroad or an abolitionist. So having that sense of service, I thought was really, really important. So I wanted to acknowledge John Vachon and have him kind of represent the entrepreneur class that existed in Pittsburgh. Especially at that time in the 1800s, there were 4 people who black men who signed off on the creation of Allegheny County. There were many, many Black-owned businesses. I argue that there's probably more Black-owned businesses in the 1800s downtown than there are right now. Again, I'm just giving like highlights, but his is another amazing story that doesn't get told enough in Pittsburgh.